Hello, everyone. Welcome to Love and Hips TV.
What's up, y'all? Welcome.
We are all in the building, as y'all can see, with our lovely selves.
Yes, Lord. Three crazy women.
Yes, Lord. Glad to be here, hormonal and all.
She the only one hormonal.
Hormonal and all, we be up in here. Look, I ain't the only one with estrogen, with a whole bunch of estrogen.
Here comes the tea in the beginning.
Lord, she finna drop the tea early.
No, I ain't gonna drop it early. Y'all so crazy. Y'all know my moves be
up and down, roller coaster.
Be a little different sometimes, but that's all right. I'm in here with a smile on my face.
She's looking all newbie. I think we all, Anna looking
like
real
a Nubian goddess today.
Save Ukraine today, so we gotta save Ukraine today.
We got
you represent, honey.
I am. I stand.
Look, but let me tell you something about Ukraine.
That's that Ukrainian.
Look, but let me tell you, it's not Atlanta. It's not Atlanta.
It's not Atlanta.
That new song they got, it's not Atlanta.
What?
She don't understand. She's Russian. She don't understand.
She's Ukrainian. She is the Ukrainian doll.
Dang.
Yes. So
let's let that be corrected.
Yes, and let me talk about it.
Again.
Absolutely. You want to go ahead and start out?
Yes, I sure do want to start off.
My mic about to fall over.
You know, these last couple weeks have been really crazy with whatever's going on in the world, and especially in my country. And so I just really wanted to come on here and officially let everybody know that I know that everybody knows me as Russian Doll, 07, but I have officially changed my name to Ukrainian Doll because that is where I'm from. I am born and raised in Ukraine. And I have a lot of questions. Like, my DM was just like, well, why do you say Russia? And da-da-da-da. Well, because when I first came here and I was 9 and I told people I was from Ukraine, they asked me what part of Africa that was in. So I was like, okay, so maybe Russia, would be a little bit better to, explain. And I know that's my fault because, I should have educated them, but me being 9 years old, it just kind of I didn't really know what to say. So I just said Russia, and then they were like, oh, Russia, okay, because it's, big country. So yes, but I did change my name officially because my friend Erin, actually, she was bugging me all week. Like, are you going to change your name? Are you going to change your name? So, yes, I did.
So, Anna, give us an update about your family. How's everything going over there? How's the family doing?
Yes.
So,
my family, they are in Ukraine. I have family in Ukraine, and I have family in Russia, too. So, it's just, talking to both of them. It's really crazy because I'm just, really torn to what's really happening because they're there on the ground, and I'm here, and what we're getting is the news here, so we're watching what's going on here, and they're actually there. So it's a lot of different opinions, a lot of different things are going on. My grandparents are there, but they're older, so you can't change their minds. They're just not going to get up and just run to a different country. They want to stay there, they want to fight for their country. That's what that's what they're gonna do. And it's heartbreaking for us because the other half of the family is here, so we're like, well, you have to leave, and they're like, well, we don't want to leave. So it's just really heartbreaking because
could you all even get them out at this point though?
Well, we can, because we have a lot of resources, our church, different places, stepped in, and we do have people that know and they can get them out. And it's hard because you have to have visas and passports and all this paperwork, but now I think it's a little bit easier to to get out. But you can go to different countries and then maybe migrate.
I know here. A lot of people are going to Poland, right?
Yeah, I did hear that on the news today.
Yes. So but then I talked to my stepmom, and she's in Russia, and she was like, well, everything is good, and of course it's good in in Russia, obviously, but it's just I'm getting different opinions. And as far as friendships too, one thing that I don't want happening is the difference of opinions to destroy my friendships and relationships and stuff, because I think it's very important. Whatever's going on, everybody has their own truth, you know what I mean? So it's you can't get to the bottom of what's really, really going on and who's right, who's wrong. It's crazy. But watching it on the news and my town and everything just being blown up, right? Just watching it, it's really, really sad. So.
And we're definitely praying for your country and everybody,
and your family,
and the
everybody.
Kids and the mothers. The mothers losing their kids, putting them on trains to try to get them to safety. That's just, I couldn't even imagine. Yeah,
and with all that stuff going on with the families being separated, that's one thing. And another thing, my friend posted an ad today too, or a post. these men are like raping the women. You know, so that's just just really raping the woman and the girls. Yes, it was. For
what?
That's what they're doing. That's just what they're doing.
The Russians?
They think it's fun. Yes, and it's very like graphic.
Jeez,
you know,
too much going on.
That's too much.
It's a lot.
It is.
Yes.
Oh Jesus.
So what's going on in KP world?
Girl, in KP world has been slow motion. Like I told y'all before, I'm not been forced, but I've decided to slow down a little bit and focus more on, you know, one, my mental health, my health. Okay. Second, of course, you know, my son is going to get ready to go off to college, so I've been just networking, learning different about different colleges, networking with different scouts, sending out his film footage. And I feel like I'm a whole female basketball coach. But I love it. I love the understanding. And then when I talk to some of these coaches, they be like, "Oh, you one of them moms?" Like, yeah, right. I'm involved. I'm involved. I know. So yes, I've been sitting back doing that. I also, of course, I started this treatment. It's called. Have you ever heard about shockwave treatment? Well, it's like on your knees, or if you have arthritis or something in your back. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I found this doctor's office in Buckhead, and I've been starting this shockwave treatment where they break up the scar tissue in your body with this machine.
Can you feel it?
Yeah, I can really tell a difference.
When you're doing the procedure, can you feel it, or
you can't feel it until after you get up?
Oh, okay.
Does
it make you like a little sore or something?
It don't make you sore at all. You feel like it's breaking up the scar tissue. You know, the scar tissue when you have arthritis, it's hard to move. Yeah. So it's breaking up the scar tissue around the knees. Oh, okay. So it's giving you more flexibility.
Oh, okay.
And I just started going this week. I went twice already, so it has helped tremendously. But you know, on top of that, drinking water, and then I'm doing my Peloton. Yes. Girl. So the Peloton is working my knees, and just trying to stay active. I got a bicycle for outdoors, so I ride outdoors with the baby boy.
Okay.
So, and then, like I said, I'm still in school, and I'm still just trying to, you know, do KP. Yeah. That's all I've been focusing on.
Over there. I don't know how you
Anna called me like, "What are you doing?" "I'm working."
I mean, I'm working too, but she's like, "Oh, I'm on a bike. I'm over here. I'm
I do
the helicopter."
I do.
Like, okay.
Yes, but it's been rewarding.
So Latoya's world
what
over
you
here.
Doing? What
are you doing? Basically working. Like I had worked 8 days straight because I have my full-time nursing job, and then I picked up and started working for an agency. Mm-hmm. So I've been doing some of that, and it took me back to some of the old school nursing that I kind of had gotten away from. Mm-hmm. You know, just really hands-on care and doing stuff, taking care of people directly. Uh-huh. You know, when I first got back into it a few weeks ago, I was kind of nervous, like I don't do this type of nursing anymore. But you know, as I've been doing it over the past few weeks, it's just really made me realize this is what I do. I've been doing it for 18 years. I've been an LPN all these years, and I've never, you know, desired to really go back to school to get my RN or my BSN. But now I feel like that's what I want to do. So I will finish what I started. So starting in August, I will be in class.
That's right.
With this one over here.
Let's get it. Let's go.
Bachelor's degree in nursing, and who knows, if I really feel like it, want to just go on and finish that thing out, I might end up with my master's. But that's my, I'm giving myself a 4-year plan. I got stuff that I'm trying to work out. I have not in any means forgotten about journalism, but I'm going to focus on what's at hand right now and what I feel like I need to finish right now. So, you know, sometimes we just have to step back in our lives and look and reflect on what it is that you want to do next and what's important. You know, I'm pushing up on the tender age of 50. 50 and fabulous.
Stop it.
So before I turn the big 50,
you still have a couple years, right?
Yeah, I turned the big 46, you know, in a couple weeks at the end of the month. Okay. And so I got a few years to, you know, I just want the direction to be clear and focused. So that's what I've been doing.
Well, speaking of birthdays at the end of the month, let's talk about who birthday is today. Whose birthday is today? Woo! Happy birthday
to our manager.
That's right, Von Donald. Happy birthday. You're probably on a cruise or a ship somewhere. Hi, Von.
Oh,
yeah, he's probably out there chilling.
When I tell you, this is the hardest working man ever.
He is.
He knows how to do it all.
He really got 50 jobs.
Right, literally.
Wait, why do we have this picture?
Oh, Lord.
Yes.
But that's Arvon,
And we
and he
appreciate
keeps
you,
all of
Vaughn.
us grounded.
We love you, Vaughn.
He knows each one of our personalities.
Yes, he does.
Yes.
He
And
works
he
it
knows
out.
when we call him, he's like, okay,
Oh,
what's going
Lord.
on?
He definitely has to have patience for all
Oh,
three
he
of us.
does have, yeah.
Yes.
So he's our Superman. So
Hard being a
thank
pimp.
you, thank
He's
you,
our
thank you.
heart of love and hips.
He is.
He's our heart.
And thank you for putting us together
Yes.
and putting this
Thank
vision together. And
Yes.
Happy
and we're
birthday,
gonna continue
Vaughn.
to make you
Happy
proud.
birthday, Vaughn.
Happy birthday, Vaughn.
So, y'all, I think it is time for On the Beat, Miss Toy Cherie, and I am just gonna verbally tell you all and pop up a few things of what's going on in the world.
Okay.
And then we'll just get into more of the show. Okay.
Let's go, Hot Topics. Mr. On the Beat.
Oh Lord. So. I would not be on my screen that I need to be on, but so the first order of business that's going on in the world, obviously, is Russia invades Ukraine. It has been 2 weeks since Russia's first attack on Ukraine. So here's an update of what is currently happening. Ukraine's President Zelensky asked U.S. lawmakers Saturday for help in establishing a no-fly zone over Ukraine, as Russian President Putin said any countries taking action would be considered participants in a military conflict. Western intelligence officials expect Russia to increase the pace and strength of strikes on key population centers, including the capital, Kyiv. Such an escalation could lead to many civilian casualties, and officials warn. The UN estimates at least 1.5 million refugees have fled Ukraine since the beginning of the invasion. Ukraine and Russia will hold a third round of talks on Monday, according to negotiators.
Oh, my goodness.
In other world news, more states ease mask mandates, citing lower COVID infection and hospitalization numbers. Mask mandates continue to fall as the number of U.S. coronavirus cases have plunged. COVID-19 hospitalizations dropped below 100,000, and the government's chief medical advisor, Dr. Fauci, said that the country is on the road to approaching normality. In New York, Illinois, Rhode Island, governors said that they would soon end requirements that adults wear face coverings in public indoor places, and some, including Massachusetts, promised children would no longer have to wear them in school. In local news, but not really local, Atlanta radio legend Simon Baby, let me get this together, honey. Simon Baby, legendary Simon Baby, has passed away. Nearly 5 months after announcing his diagnosis of pancreatic cancer, Atlanta R&B radio legend Silas Simon Baby Alexander lost his battle with the disease. Simon Baby spent decades on the Atlanta radio airwaves, working for stations like V103, KISS 104.1, Classic Soul 102.5, and Magic 107.5 through 2018. He also hosted a late night parties and events at clubs throughout the Atlanta area. If you've ever been out in Atlanta, you should know who this man is. He is one of the greatest, and he definitely will be missed. In other industry news, the Wendy Williams Show will end after 14 seasons. Distributor Debmar Mercury announced Tuesday morning Sherri Shepherd, who's been a frequent guest host this season as William has been out with health issues, will headline a new syndicated strip in the fall that will take over the time periods held by Williams Show on Fox-owned and operated stations. Like the Wendy Williams Show, Shepherd's program, titled Sherri, will be distributed by Lionsgate Debmar Mercury. Wendy Williams showrunner David Perler will have the same position as the executive producer alongside Shepherd and her producing partner, John Murray. Sherri is a natural who proved her hosting skills for many years as panelist on The View, on Fox's Dish Nation, and again this season as a popular guest host on Wendy. So good luck, Sherri Shepherd. Kudos to your new show opportunity. Wendy Williams, we will miss you.
Yes, we will.
So, but health first, so, you know. So that has been On the Beat with Toy Cherie. So after this break, students, stay tuned for more of Love and Hips TV.
Like you are my family or my brother already.
Like the energy. Like we hang out all the time, which we might have to. That's my best. That's my best.
You know, but music is uncensored, you know, to a degree, whereas like radio, sometimes you can't really say how you feel about certain things because they're sponsoring the show.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like with music, it's like, yo, this is how I feel about this, and you can't really change my mind on it. Whoop de
It's
whoop.
your thing, yeah.
So do you battle? Like you rap battle or you just freestyle?
I used to do the rap battles when I was hungrier and had more time, and it's not to say that I'm not as hungry now,
Right,
but when you're trying to make a name for yourself, you'll do everything to make a name for yourself. So at one point in time, like the freestyle battles was huge, and I used to do a lot of those. Now they do those type of battles where like, I know I'm gonna be battling you in 60 days and I'm gonna write this rhyme, it's gonna go like this. I don't have that much time to put any energy into another person who's not me or my fam, you know what I mean?
Do you watch the other battles? Do you watch like the verses?
Because I was just about to ask you, how do you feel about the Jewel?
Welcome back. So, you know, gave y'all some tea just as usual. I was a little disturbed by Wendy, you know, not being, coming back, you know, doing her segment because it was initially, how you doing?
Yeah.
It was initially said that she was going to come back. They had showed stuff from videos and stuff where she's been down in Florida with her son, and she was saying that she was just focusing on getting her health together. I have been seeing some stuff that she's trying to work out stuff with her husband.
I have seen that too. I think they said that he's trying to come back because, you know, he's always been very protective over Wendy. But they saying that he's trying to sue them for how this transaction happened between him letting let go Wendy and now bringing Sherry in. How do y'all like Sherry? Do y'all like Sherry like that?
I mean,
You think she can hold the title?
Everybody has seemed to like her as being the stand-in host.
Okay.
Out of all the ones that have been on there, everybody seems to like her the most.
Really?
She's kind of got this
okay to
funniness
me.
and quirkiness about
Yeah.
her, and she's quick-witted. You know what I'm saying? She's sharp like Wendy. You know, she can
she is.
throw a joke
She is.
in real quick on a hot topic and
so
stuff.
in September when her show come on, do you think you will watch it?
I probably won't.
Look at that quietness. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Next.
She
I said, hated it.
she's not Wendy. I used to like her when she was on The View and stuff.
She was on some other game show.
She's
I
good as
kinda
a comedian.
like her
I don't
as
know
a
if I like
comedian.
her as
Yeah.
a
But
talk show
that
host.
that might make it interesting because
Yeah.
she's funny with the hot topics
gonna,
and
like, switch it
stuff,
up.
and you know, I'm sure she's gonna make it her own, the Sherry
So
Show.
I thought you said that Wendy wasn't going nowhere.
That's what I had said because originally, you know, it was I'll be back at the studio and I'm coming back before the end of the
she was
year
supposed
and
to
this,
come
that, and the
back.
other. But
Yeah.
you know, producers have, I guess, have gotten tired of her.
Or her health
Or the
issues.
health
Yeah, it was
issues
her
Yeah.
and they of waiting, and she hasn't been on one episode. It's been everybody else has done her show since October.
Yeah.
So they only gonna give you so much time. You only got
Yeah.
so much leave of absence.
Yeah.
You got to get back to the business.
Yeah.
And she didn't get back to the business fast enough, so they feel like Sherry's gonna be a good fit for it. So
We'll see. I wish her the best. No hate. You know, no shade.
no hate, no shade.
You know,
especially not towards your little
yeah.
sister, honey. Go on, do your thing, get your check.
Do your thing, because we trying to do our same thing, so I ain't mad at her. Do your
We
thing.
come on your show.
Yeah.
Y'all want to go on the Sherry show?
Yeah. You should
and then
have, when you was in New York, you should have been trying to network, but like,
Girl, I did my little thing and had my little pictures and stuff with the hype man,
Yeah,
Marco,
yeah.
me and my
Yes.
daughter and stuff, and we was at the studio, but you know, it was real organized, even though it was a lot of people, but it was good. I got to see how the whole production and stuff
That's
went
what's
back,
up.
so it was cool. Would have loved to see Wendy in person, but I did get to see Fat Joe and Remy.
I love them.
I love me.
Now I prefer them. I like them. I like them
Yes.
the best. Fat Joe and Remy.
It was
I
good.
love them too.
Mm-hmm.
I
Michael
absolutely-
Rappaport did a good job too. So it's been so many.
Corny.
But people liked him though. He's kind of got that corniness about him.
Yeah.
Though, you know.
Like he got dry humor to me. I'm just like, it's not funny. You're not funny.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
Oh, well, people like Michael on there.
To each his own.
Exactly.
Well, there'll never be another Wendy for sure.
How you doing?
So we will just have to stay tuned and see how this new look is gonna go.
So speaking of new look, what y'all think about Kanye West
Oh Lord.
Kim
I was
Kardashian
just-
remake?
Yeah, I was just reading up on them. Exactly.
what's going
Her
on?
remake.
For
She
real?
looks just like her. So Kanye's been like dipping around all the flavors because wasn't he with like the,
He was with that other girl, and then he
with the
just
white
left her.
girl,
Yeah, and then
right?
he left her and went right to the Kim Kardashian number 2.
Yeah,
Exactly,
I mean, he
but
just
whatever
really.
he does.
I call them fillers, honey, because to me that's what that is.
Exactly,
He just
because they want
trying to
to
fill a
count.
gap.
He's crazy to me.
He is.
He's
But
crazy.
you
I
know
know
what?
he a little special.
There's some
Kind of
little-
these meds.
There's
but-
some little fun facts about her name is Cheney Jones, I
Okay.
guess. And so she said some facts about me. So I am European, French, German, West African, Nigerian.
God, Liddy.
Yes. I am the COO of First State Behavioral Health. I'm currently getting my master's in counseling, maintaining a 4.0 GPA. No, I have never had surgery on my face. I was born like this. Okay.
Okay.
Copy.
Okay.
I am 24 years old. Virgo.
24?
24 years
She's
old.
a
Virgo,
damn
born
baby.
on August 28th from
Young.
Dover,
Baby.
Delaware. Yes.
That's the
Robin the
girl.
Cradle, Kanye.
Yeah, because he can control her.
Kanye.
She's young.
Yeah, exactly.
She's young
That
and
ain't gonna
dumb.
last long.
She
You
don't
just
know no
gotta-
better.
Just a piece of eye candy for now. You know how that
Girl,
goes.
eye
honey.
candy my
Kanye,
tail.
get somebody your own age. But
Ain't no woman gonna deal with Kanye our age.
well, that's true.
Let's tell you that.
They might
Well,
have
he's trying to get
He
Kim
needs somebody to
back,
help
but
him
he's
get
not.
his together,
Kim
get
is
it
like-
together, get his mind right.
So speaking of Kim, what do y'all think about Kim dating that guy? And how does that?
That's a filler too.
That don't even look right.
That's what it is.
They're feeling.
Are they really together? Like, do she really see him as a sexual? Do she got sexual energy towards that man? Pete
I don't
Davidson.
know.
No disrespect, but I don't see no
Pete.
sexiness
See
at
that?
all.
You know what? I don't
I
think
don't
it's
either, child.
sometimes it's not always about the sexual connection. He might
It's
be
about-
stimulating her in a different
That man
way.
like a hot
Mentally.
mess.
Mentally,
Kim-
yeah.
I don't know.
That
It's kind of an odd
It's odd. It's odd
odd.
to me.
But
I
you
see
know
how they got
what?
together.
You know that show, Love is Blind. You know how that starts.
Girl,
Behind
that's
the Wall. And I absolutely
Baby, I look at
agree.
it. I was just looking at
Girl,
it
what about-
yesterday.
Yes, 'cause I
What
finished
about-
that. I finished it. I absolutely
I
Girl,
love
one of my
Love is
girlfriends,
Blind.
she shall remain nameless, but had me cracking up talking about. She said, "Now I just don't get it." She said, "Now these people can go out there and find a husband in 2.5 days, and I done been on a 51st date today."
And that's some true stuff.
Well, I can't
Y'all
find
talking
a
to
man.
people behind a wall, just trying to
Girl.
fall in love with them on their personality, and then y'all literally get married.
They need to have the 40 and over because I'm gonna be the next one of the next ones on there.
Girl.
I'm
The
gonna take
thing
my
about that
chances.
is that when you go on a date and you're looking for somebody, when you're looking on these dating apps and stuff, you're looking for the physical. You're looking for that
that's all they
attraction,
got.
the physical
You
attraction.
are.
But then when you get the physical and it's a good package, I mean, it's rotten on the inside. You have to realize,
true.
and you know,
It's
they
so
come.
true.
They come with childhood traumas. They come with mental health issues.
But we
they might
so-
look good on the outside, nice and polished, but when you start getting inside the soul, I mean, it's just like spoiled
We
rotten.
so hung up though on the physical though a little
Yeah.
bit. You know,
Yes.
everybody got a certain thing that they attracted to, and
Yeah.
if you know if they got buck teeth, if they got a big nose, or they got this going on, then you gonna be like, you know,
If you chocolate,
I can't.
if you light skinned,
Yeah, everybody got
And
these
that's why I
preferences.
love the concept
Look
of
at
Love
the-
is Blind because
I like the concept, but would I be able to really supersede the looks and
Well, you know what?
do just on what we
you know what, Tori,
have that connection? I don't
like-
know if I'll be able to do it.
I mean, I don't know either, but if you be able to do it, but with me, by personal, can we get that little? I'm sorry.
that is a butterfly. Leave that butterfly on it. Wish you good
What's
luck.
going on?
Ladybug.
Ladybug.
Oh, it's a ladybug.
Yeah, wish
That's
her
good
luck.
luck.
That's luck.
Okay.
Just over here holding her chest. Wait.
I know I'm over here in a panic attack.
She's like, my word.
Hey, it brought me back to the Spun Divas episode.
Oh,
You know
Lord.
what?
This one right here don't like bugs, okay? By no
we
way,
would
form,
not
or
have.
fashion.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh jeez,
Oh,
I forgot about that.
Jesus, that was
There was a
funny.
whole. No.
Yeah, go back to
I
talking.
was gonna go talk about the topic, but you know that little bug is getting a little too close to me.
Anna,
okay.
just talk.
Sorry, having a panic attack. When you meet somebody and okay, so this happened to me, right? The guy. No, I was talking about the physical and the soul connection.
Okay.
So when you meet someone, there was this guy, right, and he looked so good on the outside. I mean, he was just a whole full package, right? But then once you start talking in the conversation, and then you hear what's going on, like, I mean, he was just a complete narcissist, you know, controlling, and all that becomes his physical becomes not so attractive
Not so
anymore.
attractive.
And then you're just kind of
That's
like,
true.
okay, back away. But then with the Love is Blind, you know, and you're behind the wall. And you're getting to know their heart, like you're getting to know the morals, the values, the family, the connections that they have in their life, how, you know, the goals, how you want to raise your family. you start to grow on that. And then once you meet, the physical is just a bonus. But you really fall in love with the inside. Like, you
I
really
guess
do.
we've all done it in a sense, because
Yeah.
even on the date now, sometimes, most of the time, it starts with a conversation on the phone.
Yeah.
You know, eventually it's like y'all exchange numbers.
Oh,
you talk on the phone
we don't get
with
that
this
far with
person
me.
for... God.
No.
Jeez.
I'm the same way.
I do.
No,
If
we
you're
get blocked
for
only
me,
before I
if
get
you're
phone
on a
number.
dating app and I'm talking, I would like to talk a little longer. These days,
Yes.
you get on there, they be like, "Oh yeah, you cute. What's your number?"
exactly.
You're like, "Wait, no, you're not
Absolutely.
getting my
I'm
number."
saying you
I'm not passing it out to everybody.
occasionally you find somebody on there that you like, the conversation is back and forth and you doing all this sending
Occasionally,
each other
it will happen,
Occasionally,
yeah.
but
so
not
you say,
their second sentence.
can we exchange numbers? So you
Right.
exchange numbers, you have a phone conversation. You know, within the first couple of phone conversations, if there's some type of connection there, or if you want to
Or
continue
sexual.
to, yes, or whether it's just sexual, because they're gonna try it.
They gonna say, "Oh, you got
Every
some nice
time.
lips,"
That's
or they
the
gonna
first
say, "You a
thing.
real juicy
You
woman."
want
Oh,
company and
hang
all
up,
that kind of stuff. Nah, bro.
hang up, bro.
No.
That's why we
Okay.
don't do phone
We're not doing this.
exchanges.
But, you know, but occasionally you have those people that you be on the phone with for hours and hours. That's my song. That's my new shit.
I love that song.
She is
I
so-
love that song.
Unilong, that's my new song. But anyway,
Yes.
you did that, okay?
Yes,
But
ma'am.
yeah, so you occasionally do have those people that you just talk to and you connect with on a intellectual level immediately. And but when you meet them, is that gonna play a factor in it?
I feel like these dating sites have turned into the next Pornhub. Really, I mean,
It depends on which one's
because 9 times out of 10, yeah, they get your attention. Okay, once they get your attention, then immediately once they start talking to you, they're gonna say something. And 9 times out of 10, none of these people just go on there and they just having sex. They meet you, have sex with you, and then keep it moving. The ones that really like you are the ones that you be like, oh.
I don't like,
Yeah,
exactly.
It's always the opposite. Like
The one, their pants be hanging down. They got all these crazy hair and
You know
dreads.
what?
They look big as hell, and I be like, oh, what? Just because I'm a big girl, don't mean I like big men.
Let's not do this.
They
Big
just
men
look
need
at
them
men.
too. They do.
I'm saying, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I have to work on that because
Yeah.
I go by definitely appearance. I
Yeah.
do.
You
You
I have
like,
to
you
be
like a man with a certain type of physique.
I
think that's fine.
athletic all
That's
day.
fine.
I don't care what you say. I'm
tall,
sorry.
you gotta be 6 foot.
This
at
one
least.
Nice.
over here,
To ride
you got to
the
be a
ride.
6 foot
She
to
want
ride the ride.
6'8". Oh,
I don't know about
linebacker.
6'8".
Lord.
I don't know about 6'8".
I don't want no short man. Now, true. I don't want no short man.
I like to say that I am not really superficial in that way.
I bet.
I am.
But however, you cannot be hard for me to look at you because I just can't. I just cannot. I just can't do it.
Well, we all 3 of us have
You know,
different
everybody
tastes
got
in men.
something.
Yeah.
We all 3
No.
got different tastes.
And
in
you know,
men.
I ain't really
Similar
dated no
taste.
Gila monsters or no ugly men or nothing.
What you say, Anna?
Oh, I said Kim and I have a little similar taste.
Yeah, y'all's is too similar.
That's why you stay over there on your hip side.
I'm gonna stay on this
I'm
side.
glad I'm right here in the middle.
I'm over here.
Yeah.
With mines that are a little slightly different. But,
Yeah.
you
Yeah, they're a
know.
little slightly nice. Okay.
Slightly.
They nice men though.
They are nice. And you know
like-
what, Toy? I will let you know that you do meet some nice men.
I do. They just
You
ain't
really
checking
do.
off some other boxes.
Exactly.
Okay.
And sometimes you
And they
know,
ain't ugly.
they're not ugly, but the
Look
thing
how she
is,
talking.
They ain't ugly because I don't do it.
no, they're not. But you know what? They're not ugly, but the thing is, sometimes when you find one, like I told you before, you might have to like stick it out a little bit. And if
Some things you
if
can't
Anna,
sacrifice.
you're such a love person. Like,
She
oh, you gotta
does.
stick it
Just
out.
work it
The
out.
hell with that. I'm out. I'm out. I ain't
know.
sticking
I've
nothing
been
out.
sticking
I'm
a
out.
little too long. It's
You
time for me to
know,
go. Pack
some
it.
things I
Yeah.
That's why men like y'all.
We
Because you
know
want to
each
stick it out.
We-
I ain't sticking nothing out.
I mean,
I'm
y'all,
out.
the white woman, you mean?
Yes.
You know what? I can't.
Them others over there.
Not others.
Yeah,
Other.
because y'all take a little bit too much sometimes.
Because I be
Don't
like,
make
I'm
me
out.
bust my famous line out. Never mind.
Please
We won't
don't.
do that. We won't
Lord,
do that.
I'm
Not
out.
today.
I'm out. I'm out. Hey, Tanea. Thank you for watching. Yes, I'm out.
So anyway, so speaking of significant others and all the other stuff and whatever, let's get into our hot topic.
All right.
Jump
My
right
number-
into it. So our hot topic for the day is: can your significant other control and raise your kids that are not theirs? Kim, go ahead.
Oh, wow. No, you hold me first.
Yeah.
Woo. Well, see, I'm different. Can you, do you mean like chastise and like whoop them and do all that?
No, like control them and raise them. Like if you have a girl, a boy or whatever, you have a daughter or son, and then you let them you know, like come home, do homework, don't be on your phone or whatever. Like they have to be like real strict, like enforce rules. And if they come ask you if they can do something and you say yes, then he tells you, oh no, they can't. Like, you know, stuff like that.
I mean, so in the household, if you're married to somebody that's not the child's father, yes, he's gonna definitely have to respect him, 100%. That is, I mean, yes, whether he has his father in his life or not, that's still my household. You're gonna have to respect him because he is the head of the household. So definitely you have to respect him. I mean, for boys, yes, you might have to be a little stern. It might be a little hard situation, especially if you got the daddy on here talking about that ain't your child, so he can't say nothing.
Exactly.
And then you got your husband over here. That's a frustrating situation,
Right.
and that puts your husband in a situation where he feels like he's not able to say something or dictate to your child. So that would have to be a conversation that, you know, I would talk to his father about, and then to, you know, my husband at the time, and we'll have to get on the same accord about that. Because on a different note, if my husband or I got married and then my his father got married to another chick, and my son came home and said she was trying to tell me what to do. See, I had to think twice too, because I was like, that ain't your mama.
Right.
So I would have to think twice also, and I would have to have a communication
Yeah.
with her. As long as it's something reasonable. But you over there whooping him and doing all that, now we got a problem. Keep your hands off him. Because
Yeah.
I do the
Oh,
whooping.
no.
I do the chastising. You
Yeah.
can talk to him and you can do all that and talk to his dad, but you ain't whooping and doing all that craziness. No. Sorry. What y'all think?
I think definitely, like you were saying, just a piggyback off of what you were saying about there has to be a respect in the household that
Right.
he is the man of the house. You know, this is my husband, and you're going to treat him as such. You're going to give him respect. If he asks you to do something, I expect you to
You
follow
do it.
suit. If it takes some good communication.
On both parties.
On both parties.
Right.
Because he may have kids, like you said, from a previous relationship too, or previous marriage, and in the same sense, you know, you got to realize that you are the stepmom to them as well.
Right.
So when they come around, you want them to treat you with that same amount of respect that they treat their mother.
Right.
It does usually take a lot of work on
And
everybody's
time,
part
yes.
and time
It
to
does.
get to that place, because I know when I got married, I already had my son, and my son was mischievous. He was a busybody, okay? So I had the discussion with my husband because I felt like he was extra stern on him.
Yeah.
He said he needs it, you know.
Okay.
He really does need it, you know, because he done been, you know, he basically was like, he done been around too many women, and y'all got him spoiled, and this,
So
that, and
you
the
got
other.
defensive,
So
didn't you?
I got defensive because
Absolutely.
I felt like he stayed on him all the time.
Yep. I felt that same way.
In
before.
hindsight, though, looking at it now, you know, my kids are grown and stuff now, but looking at it in hindsight, I understand what he was trying to do with him. You understand what I'm saying? So it got better over time, sort of, kind of, you know. Ultimately, you know, my marriage ended, but as far as everybody's relationship, it was kosher. You know, we were able to live in the same dwelling and have a certain amount of respect for each other.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just takes work.
And it's a lot of patience on
And
both
pa-
parties. Because bringing in a child with somebody else, it takes both parties because they're used to their father.
They are.
So now that you have the new man in your life, now they got to get used to him. Yeah, so it's just, you got to make sure you talk and check with your
You
kids.
know, most kids gonna give them that. You ain't my daddy,
Yeah,
or you
you
ain't
know
my
what I'm
mama.
saying?
They gonna give them that at least one good time. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes.
And you gonna be like, hold on now, little boy. Or
Right.
if I was dating somebody that had a daughter and she be like, you not my mama, I'd be like, oof, ooh.
Yeah.
I bite my tongue.
I be like, go find your
go
mama. Then
talk-
go
go
on. I
ahead,
know how
baby.
my mouth is too.
Go ahead. Don't talk to your
Go
daddy.
find your mama.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got to, you know,
Yeah.
keep
How you
that,
feel,
keep that
Anna?
maturity.
Okay, so y'all know I have a son, right? And I am super, like, I'm overprotective of him. Like, I just
Yes,
cannot
Lord.
see
Yes,
anybody
Lord, to the
raising
10th
my
power.
child.
Yes,
and,
Lord.
you know, sometimes, like, throughout the years and stuff, like, being on the dating sites or whatever, talking to someone, and, when they reach out, they want to get to know you, the men, and then you tell them what you have, like you have a child and stuff. They want to just automatically be like, oh, well, if you tell them like your schedule, okay, well, I have my child, and he's asking you out to dinner or whatever, right? Oh, well, he can come with us. Your kid can come
Right.
with us. First of all, this is what I say: my dating life and my child is completely different. Like, I do not mix my child like with men, at all that I date or talk to or whatever. So my son has never met another man outside of his dad.
Right.
And that's just how I like to keep it, because I don't want any mixed feelings, mixed emotions, or mommy has this guy, mommy has this guy, mommy has this friend. That's just my personal, input. And for me, if you are going to raise my child, we have to be on the same page. We have to have the same morals, the same values, the same goals. And it has to be something that's long lasting, like a marriage, so we would definitely have to come to the table and talk about, okay, how we're going to raise the kids, and we both have to be on the same page. But if you're just going to be in my life and here and in and out, and you're doing already all this extra stuff, you're not going to be in my child's life at all. And you cannot control them, you cannot raise them, but I'll hear you out and get some advice.
Get your advice, yeah.
Yes, but some input if I have a problem or something, then yes.
Definitely.
Yes. But I don't know.
I think we had a comment or so
Yeah,
on the page.
Yes, I was just about to read that, actually.
And if y'all want to call in and talk about this this topic, you all can call in as well. The phone number is 470-251-4647.
Yes, so we had a comment under the hot topic from Monica. She said yes, because if he is my significant other, we're on the same page. It's a team effort. There are limits, and those limits should be clearly defined. If you don't trust them to discipline your kids, why are they that far in your life?
Okay.
Yes, which I definitely agree with this comment too. And just like I said, with a marriage, when you're marrying someone, it's different because you come together as a family, But when you're just in the dating world, don't control my child or raise him, because we're gonna have
especially with boys, because the boys are you can't just bring random men around your son.
You can't.
Because they be like, mama, who is them boys don't play by their mama.
They don't.
Them little girls, I don't know. And then you gotta be careful about them little girls too.
Yeah, you gotta be careful, because you don't want that impression on your daughter. Hey, dang, mama got a different dude over here.
So I'm gonna go up and have a
minutes. So then she gets the mentality that it's okay to have a whole bunch of men around her. Kids are impressionable, first of all, first and foremost. So you got to. That always comes into play as it is, but I agree with what she said.
You have to always lead by example as well for your kids, because you're setting the standards for them. They're not born knowing what life's about. You have to teach them.
Like she was saying, Monica, she was saying, how did they get that far in your life if they can't, be a disciplinarian? All of that.
Yes.
Discussed in the leading up to being in a relationship, because
that's true.
It's like, when you took me as your girlfriend, when we first started dating or whatever, you knew that I came as a package, right? You knew what this was, right? So that had to be played out through the process of the relationship.
But you do know it's a lot of women that would choose a man over their child, and because just to say they want their man. So if that man don't like children, she gonna not pay that child no attention. Going over there with your daddy.
That's true.
True.
Go in your room and close the door while your mama try to be a hoe. One of them situations. I wonder when I have never, and I would never choose a man over my child.
No.
Absolutely
I will
not.
always choose my children first.
That's right.
Always. And if the man in my life cannot understand that my children are my main priority, then you're
not the one for me.
Because I'm not choosing you over them.
You got that right.
And speaking of what you said, Kim, women choosing men over their kids and stuff. I mean,
Right.
how many news is it out there that we're watching every day? And they're popping up the mom and the boyfriend killing 2-year-old.
Okay.
That's ridiculous.
Drowning them, leaving them in the trash can. Yes, girl.
There's a mother that cut her kids up and put them in the freezer for 2 years. And I'm just like,
what?
Yes, there was a situation. This was a couple months ago. There was a lady that cut her kids. It wasn't because of a man or whatever, but that just kind of
You gotta be sick to cut your
kids
child
first and doing what's right for your kids versus what you want to do. You cut your kids up and you put them in the freezer for 2 years. That to me, it's well, where are your friends? Where's the dad? Did anybody know where the kids are for 2 years? Nobody cares. Nobody asks.
Because these women just want boyfriends. They just want a man.
And it always raises that question, because I think Steve Harvey had touched on that when he was talking about when should you introduce your kids to your significant other.
Absolutely.
I think they had this big old discussion about that. I don't know if it was in one of his books or how it was.
And that movie.
And on the radio and everything.
That movie. How was it? How to Think Like a Man or something.
Yeah. So it's when do you do that? Is it something that you should do immediately? I think you should help. I don't think you should introduce them immediately.
Definitely
I think you should. When you're dating the person, they need to be brought up immediately. This is my package. This is what I am. And not later on down the line you say, well, I got 3 children. That should be introduced. But as far as bringing them around, No,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
immediately.
Not until y'all both know that this
Y'all
is
trying to work
somebody
on
that's
something.
significant in my life, then and you like the way everything's going. And I'm not talking about 2 months. I'm talking about maybe 6 months
Down
or
the
more.
line.
Yeah, it has to be a consistency, not
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
But you know,
after a
some
month.
people
Oh, girl,
different
I
on
love
that.
him, girl.
Some people said
down.
you should introduce them right away.
Sit down.
Well,
But-
yeah, that's a little too crazy. And then you're wondering why did your child get raped? You're wondering why is your child missing or whatever. Like, you don't do that. You have to protect your kids. That's your number one priority. And also, like, with men coming to your house, like, I don't ever, like, no man has ever been to my house. Like, I'm just saying,
Girl.
no man has ever been to my house, and I can literally say
Well, I ain't
that
gonna
to
lie.
you.
It
I ain't
been my
gonna lie.
house,
Hell,
but my
to me,
child like
my
that,
kids
but they
are
the
wrong.
thing.
No, my kid lives in that house, and to me, my house is a temple and a safe place for my child.
Oh, you
to
so
live.
holy.
Like,
No, I
I'm
just
sorry.
love you.
She's so holy.
I
So
know.
holy.
I've been with somebody for like 5 years, and he still has not met my child, and he still has not been to my house.
You so holy.
Holy.
Okay.
But, you know. It's
That just goes to
crazy.
show
It's
how
just
everybody's
respect.
different.
It's just at the end of the day,
Yes.
it's about respect and
It
about
is.
morals. And the type of woman that you are, you attract that. You know what I'm saying? If you a ratchet woman that want a man, that's just don't matter. You're gonna get a ratchet man. If you're a woman with value, standards, have morals about yourself,
Yes.
you're gonna attract that man. And if that man would know that, and if he want to talk to you, he has to understand. Hey, it's a package deal. Period.
I'm just like scared in this world. Like, you never know. These men are crazy out here. Like, they'll come and shoot up your house because you're not with them or you're not answering your phone. Like, I don't have time for that. Like, you get my address? No.
Now on the flip
no.
side, you never know if you decide you've been seeing stories about when people have bad breakups.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then y'all break up and he be like, oh, no, you're not leaving me. And he shoots you and the kids and the mama or something.
What is
See,
that?
that scares me.
Exactly, and that's the show Fatal Attraction.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And when after I watched that, I was like, oh, I'm good. First
But you
time-
never-
You was already skinny
But you
before
would-
you watched it.
You would never know that until you're actually in that situation.
Situation. That's true.
Exactly, yes. But that's why you have to. That is why you have to know your person on a deeper level outside of the physical. Like, you have to know their mind and like their traumas, like I said, and what they've been through and their values and how they are. They can flip, but you still have to get to know them, know them. You know.
People put up a whole facade, though.
Baby,
It's
you
like
meet that
people
representative.
create a whole person of who
Absolutely.
they think they are. That's the reason why it is just really, really hard to date now. On this, like you said, it's all what you see here, and then what you tell me, which I don't know if it's the truth, and it's hard to differentiate between what's the truth, what's real, and what's not. I mean, I'm so old school, y'all. I just want to meet a guy out in the grocery store and just be like, I
Not
don't
the
want to
grocery
have
store.
to go to the grocery store, the bowling alley, wherever, out at the bar, something like that, where I'm sitting down having me a nice little drink, minding my business, something like that. I'm old school. I really do not like this whole social media dating process, and it seems like it's the only way now because that's just what it is, But it's just really, really hard to get to the meat of things like that.
And it's hard to find a commitment because there's so many other ways. Social media, you can cheat. You can be in somebody's DM. There's so many ways to cheat. It's scary. For me, the word commitment is scary. And you just can't say you're gonna commit to somebody after 6 months or a year. Y'all got to spend time.
Together.
You got to be able to see that person, good, bad, ugly. Because no
Absolutely.
matter how hard that I act, and y'all know how I'm very tomboyish.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I love an old school man that loves to wine and dine, that loves to take you on romantic dates.
Yes.
I like going to the parks and let's just chill.
Yeah.
Let's just walk. I mean, I don't have to go out. That's what society, these girls now, you got to cash app me.
Yeah,
and
right.
You got to take me
Spend money
here
on
and do
me.
all this.
Buy me a
Yes,
Birkin
I am
bag.
a very expensive woman, yes. But I'm an old school woman. I want an old school man. And that, I feel like, is gone. These old school men, or the men that are already old school, they got a woman, they got a baby mama, and they want a sideline hoe. And I'm not finna be neither one.
Hello.
The old men play more games than
They
the
do.
young ones.
That's what I say. They playing too.
And you would think more older men be more
No.
settled than the
But
young
they
ones.
not.
They the players. They
They the main players.
They're
They
the
can't
ones
bust a
teaching the
grade.
game. They just
Can't
teach
have
the
sex
game.
more than 30 minutes. Go sit down somewhere. No, I'm telling the
Go
truth.
get your blue pills.
Yeah, go get your pills.
Oh my goodness.
Honey pie.
Yes, we went there because this is Love and Hips, and that's what we do. Okay.
And especially, let's talk about that because well, not you, Anna, but me and Tori, we're up in our 40s, so we need more.
Yes,
Our stamina
whole
is-
man. Yes.
Yeah, we require a little bit.
Am I gonna get there, guys?
Yes, you would get there.
Okay,
I
because
hope
I'm
so.
really not like there.
You're just in your 30s.
It's just a bit- little bit.
I don't know
You're a
why.
bit
Do you
too
like slow
lackluster
down in
when
your
it comes-
30s and then you just take off? And
I ain't never slowed down.
You better say that again. You already never slow down.
Oh,
Look,
I'm bringing
you
your
got
brother
excited
today.
about that.
Okay, we did.
We've been turned always.
I cannot.
I have never had a low sex drive.
neither.
Okay, so I don't understand this one over here. But
my sex, no, my
have
sex
it.
drive is not low. It just has to be with the right person. Like, I just can't be having sex with everybody and anybody. I don't know. I just can't.
well, I ain't no hoe
No,
now.
I'm not saying
but
she's a hoe. I'm just
Listen,
saying that, sometimes.
it just
It's not that you got to be a hoe, but everybody has a hoe phase that they go through.
And
Yeah, that's
right.
true.
I mean, everybody had their phase. I had my phase.
That's
too.
true. You're
But,
right.
like, when you go out, you meet somebody, you go and have sex with them, or whatever. Like, I just don't get it. Like, I don't know. I had one night stand, and for
no. But what the reason why I was saying low.
he's still over here in my inbox.
Well, the reason why I was
let me
saying-
make it up to you. No, go away.
The reason why I was
I don't
saying
need a
low
redo.
sex drive is because to me it's like you don't have the desire to have sex as much as me and this.
True, I really don't. I don't know. Because
Some people just
my
can't.
mind, I think it's like the mind simulation for me. That's what it is for me. Like,
It's
just
all
to me.
intellectual.
You from
Fuck
Ukraine?
my
Y'all
mind.
women over there in Ukraine. Y'all
Fuck my
different.
mind. No, they're horse, but fuck my mind. Okay.
Oh God, they said that on the last time. I thought,
I mean, but
shut your mouth.
you can get that, Anna. But you like me and Toy, we're just like you breathe on us wrong, and we ready to go.
I
You
know, I
you
just
just so
touched
That's if I'm attracted
you're
to
very
you.
calm, and you like oh
Yeah, if I got that attraction to you, watch out now.
yeah. Well, if
Watch
I'm
out.
attracted to her, you finna see my whole horn. It's finna
Yeah,
go all the
mine
way
too.
up.
And I guess I'm not.
I'm ready.
I'm just not attracted to everything. Like I tried a
Me
dating
not
site.
either.
Not
I know,
everything.
I'm not saying that, but like I tried a dating site, and I swear, like you know how you swipe left, right, up, and down.
Girl, I do more swiping.
I mean, I swear to God, it was like I had to get like 1,000 no's before I got a yes, and then you get a yes, and then he crazy. Oh, can
That's
you
why
send
I'm
a picture
just
of your
like-
toes? Can you send a picture of your eyebrows? Like, what are you doing? Go away.
It just
annoying.
becomes frustrating online trying to do the whole thing, and then you meet them, and then they ain't quite what you thought they was and all that.
So back in the day, Steve Harvey said, you put a man on a 90-day probation. And I
90
used to,
days.
Yeah, because when they said when you go to your job, you go 90-day probation.
before
So
you
when you
get
date a
your
man, you
benefit.
put him on 90-day probation. Now, my theory on that, does that always work? No. Because you put a man on 90-day probation, and then if you wait, and then once you do it after 9 days,
Then what?
it's whack, and it just don't work.
Then you saved your body.
But that's sort of like on
Like,
Love
do
Is
you
Blind,
wait or do you
though.
don't? Yeah.
That's like sort of like on Love Is Blind. There's a few other couples on there that already
Yes.
did it already,
Yes.
and then there's a couple of them that said we just gonna
Yeah,
wait
wait till
till we get
marriage.
married.
Yes.
Which they got this whole accelerated process anyway, so they about to
They
get married
really
in
do.
10
And it's TV.
10 weeks. That's TV, but
Like that one couple, they said that they did,
they said they got to try it
They
out
dip.
first.
They try it out. They dip in it, and then they wait. They got to test drive the car first, and then they wait.
I mean, how do y'all feel about that? Can y'all marry somebody that you don't have sex with until you get married?
I ain't gonna tell that lie. No, I cannot.
Well, how
If
about that
not,
pitch?
and we did. I ain't about to tell that
I
lie.
can.
I
Stop
can't.
lying.
I
I
can.
can't
Ain't no way.
because ultimately I
I'm
do
not a
not
sexual person
want
like that.
to be sexually frustrated. I done messed around and got married to somebody, and we are not evenly yoked in the bed. There is going to be a problem
It's
for
gonna be a
me
problem.
because my sex drive is
That's right.
high,
It doesn't
and
say
I need you to be able to satisfy me.
And the Bible doesn't say that you be equally yoked in the bed. It just says equally yoked.
Equal, well, it does.
Look at y'all laughing.
But it ain't close.
Wait.
She ever equally yoked in the
I
bed.
get the
I'm sorry, but that goes into it. That's the whole
Absolutely.
evenly yoked to me.
I get the equally yoked part because you do have to be equally yoked, but
Absolutely
you
have to be
also,
equally yoked.
and we all know that we have to have 80% attraction. Like I have to be some kind of attraction to marry
To be
somebody,
intimate.
and then when y'all have sex, and this man is a 4-inch man,
Oh God! Wait.
and he can't satisfy you. You're
You're
miserable.
gonna be
You're gonna
frustrated and
cheat.
miserable. You're gonna cheat
You're
on.
gonna cheat.
Kim's gonna be in the first 48.
I'm not marrying nobody with no 4 inches.
You gonna cheat.
I'm out.
You know.
Or we can stay married, but we gotta have an open door
And I
policy.
just can't be sitting around out. Now see, I ain't trying to have no open marriage.
I ain't finna marry you even no 4 inches. Honey. I gotta
can't.
test it. I gotta drive the Porsche.
I got to see
honey.
what's going on with that thing.
I gotta ride that horse. I'm sorry.
Before the wedding day, I ain't said
Cannot. You gotta drive the horse, you said?
I
And
gotta
it's
ride
so
it.
funny though, because it really goes against everything and that everything that I was taught and raised. I wasn't taught
Absolutely. Our
that. But
mama
I'm
did not
sorry,
raise
but
us
I'm
like
grown as
that.
hell now. Okay,
Sorry, Mama.
she know. My mama
did
know.
not raise me like that.
She did not. But and that's we were taught that we're supposed to save ourselves, so on and so forth. But now being the woman
Your
that I
body is the
am,
holy temple.
yeah. I don't give it to
Look at
everybody,
Ellen. She
but
like,
if
yeah.
I call myself being in a committed relationship, then I got to test that thing out and see what's going on with it.
These days, I think we all grown. You
Yeah.
grown, I'm grown. If we're going to have sex, we're going to have sex. If I don't have sex, we don't have sex.
Yeah.
And we're just grown. It's just making decisions because if you don't have sex and then when you do have sex, it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. If you, like I was with my son, father, when I first got with him and we were connected immediately, we had sex immediately the first time we met each other. And we stayed together all the way, we had babies and everything. And then here it is, I found my husband that I just, my husband I have, whatever, the recent one.
Good night.
And we was friends. We waited for 2 years. Waited 2 years before we got married, and literally a year later, boom, over.
So,
So it's just like,
it
damn.
just-
Damn if you do, damn if you don't.
It is. That's
You know
what I
I'm
say.
saying? It's a waste of time sometimes.
It is. Well, we're going to go to a quick break.
Sure.
And then we will be back with
Ain't no break, I'm just
more
fine.
Love and Hips. Okay.
We don't want to break. We're going to
We want to keep
We're going to
talking.
take a breather
We're
and then
gonna
we're
keep
going to come
talking.
back. I feel like you are my family or my
Yeah.
brother already.
It's like the
it ain't
energy.
like we hang out all the time, which we might have to. We might have
That's
to.
my bestie. That's my bestie.
But music is uncensored, to a degree. Whereas like radio, sometimes you can't really say how you feel about certain things because they're sponsoring the show.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like with music, it's like, yo, this is how I feel about this, and you can't really change my mind on it. Whoop de
That's
whoop.
your thing, yeah.
So do you battle? Like you rap battle or you just freestyle?
I used to do the rap battles when I was hungrier and had more time, and it's not to say that I'm not as hungry now,
but-
when you're trying to make a name for yourself, you'll do everything to make a name for yourself. So at one point in time, like the freestyle battles was huge, and I used to do a lot of those. Now they do those type of battles where like I know I'm gonna be battling you in 60 days, and I'm gonna write this rhyme, it's gonna go like this. I don't have that much time to put any energy into another person who's not me
So,
or my fam. You know what I
Do you
mean?
watch the other battles? Do you watch like the verses?
Because I was
Are
just
you
about to
into
ask
that?
you, how do you feel about the Jewel Dixon? All right, y'all, welcome back. And as y'all see, y'all can watch Love and Hips TV streaming on iHeartRadio,
Listen to
Pandora.
it.
Just Google us and just say Love and Hips TV, just in case for those that are not able to tune in with us at 9 o'clock every other Sunday,
Okay.
Eastern Standard Time. You can always Google us and hear our 3 wonderful voices.
And our
so
pity.
thank y'all for supporting us on that part. But we want to get back into the tea. So go back, Anna. What's the tea we was talking about?
Well, you know what? I just thought about it. But, I'm not, like, talking about, like, religion-based and stuff, like, relationships and everything. I definitely believe in God. So going back to that, I feel like when you're growing up, like, you talked about your mom teaching you the right thing and stuff like that. But, when you're following a certain, when you follow a God or religion or whatever, like relationships, that's how they are. You're supposed to, just be with that one person, and you're supposed to connect, and that's how you get blessed. Because believe it or not, like I was married and I'm divorced and stuff, but I feel like after the divorce, like I pay for it every day, like I do, and it's really hard for me because I had to like let it go. But I still feel like I do pay for that, for not fighting for my marriage, for like, leaving my marriage, because I could have definitely saved it. And if I know what I know now, like back then, because I got married really young, I was 18, like I feel like it would have been a totally different ball game, And so when you're obedient, when you stay obedient, you're on track and you're disciplined, I feel like you get blessed more. That's just, that's just me. And that's my life, actually. Like I get blessed all the time.
we all know that.
Yes.
But
Who's
when
to
it
say that's
comes
right
to
or
we're
wrong?
human.
when
Who's to
it,
say
yeah,
that's
but
right or
we
wrong?
are human, so it's hard to
It's
follow
absolutely.
suit all the time.
Yes.
And when you are a single person and you desire, which most of us do,
Yes.
to have somebody and to have that significant other in our
Absolutely.
lives,
Yep.
you find yourself, talking to different ones, falling for different ones, and in these relationships that last forever and ever, and they don't turn over into what
They
to
last
marriage.
3 months, they last.
Or either they last for a short period of time and it's over, or an extended period of time, and you like, I wasted all these years.
Yeah.
So it's just life. It's just what it
is.
is.
You was taught a lot. Our parents taught us a lot, but times change, and the way they did
Definitely
it,
has
who's to say
changed.
that the way they did it is the way we're supposed to? we still can be blessed if we live our life right and do right by God and do right things. Period. It just you know, you follow your way, whichever your pathway is. Just you know, bless God, pray about it, and do it the right way that you think is right. You know, everything that you do that your parents did doesn't mean it's the right way to go.
Right.
It's just a start for what, you know, they start you off that way, but it's
Yeah.
up to how you finish and how you keep going.
But feeding off of that, I mean, I do wish that people do respect the sanctity of marriage as much as they used to.
I agree.
Because people don't even put that on the table as an option now.
No.
So really, when you're in this
talk about
dating
that in the
world,
group. Yeah.
when you're in this dating world, you got to put that out there. You know, I am dating with the intention of I want to be married. I'm looking for a husband. So you can rule out the riffraff right off top. You know, if that's what you are seeking to have, because honey, otherwise you'll be they'll take you through the ring on this social media.
Yeah.
If you allow them
If
to.
you allow them to.
But these days, like we said in the group, like the whole monogamy thing, like you have to be monogamous before you get to the marriage level and stuff. And I think I posted that in the group, like, can we bring monogamy back? Remember, I made that post.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, you
But
did.
it's hard. Like monogamy is just like
It's hard because for women like us who believe in it, and then it's a shitload of other women that
You
does
better
not
say that,
believe in
sis.
it.
Yeah.
You better.
And they actually just go for men that are married. They go
they
for
mess
men
it
that's
up.
in a relationship.
Or go for
They
men that's
comfortable with being that sideline.
They do.
Yes,
They
they
comfortable
are.
with playing their
Absolutely.
position.
And that is why men they're not held accountable for this stuff. They don't care about monogamy.
Because we don't
They
hold them
care.
accountable.
And it's the women that don't hold them accountable. It's us.
It's
It's
true.
not
It's
them.
absolutely us.
So yeah.
Well, that's why there's a lot of women that, like me, I mean, I'm not saying I'm single, but it's a lot of women that have very high standards, and I refuse to be somebody's second. And them the ones that you at home, you lonely, you by yourself because you choose to have standards. A man he's going to choose the woman that's easy, and he ain't got to take her out and pursue her and spend money on her. He'll choose her quicker
Girl,
than
you see me
a
picking
woman
my
like
eyes over
you
here?
with good values, and you know how to cook, you clean, you know how to suck meat off a bone, but you choose to use this little hoe because of this. You know what I'm saying? They choose to go to cheap. They choose to go to easy route than a grown woman.
We got some happy birthday.
Let's go. Who we got? Let's see who we got.
Love and Hips.
Hey, ladies, this is Charlie.
Hi, Charlie.
How you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
It's fantastic. I'm over here full. I'm hanging out with Vaughn,
Happy birthday, Vaughn.
eating all that cake that he got. Oh my God!
Yeah, he's chefing it up over there, right?
Right.
Chef Vaughn is
You guys
just.
were here. Yes. So, look, glad to see you guys, all three of you guys, back together. It's just wonderful show. I just want to say, we should all just make love, not war.
That's
I
right.
love that.
I love it.
Make love, not war.
I like to make love.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
She done forgot all about the other part.
That part.
Yes,
That
absolutely.
part. Oh, and one more thing. Decatur is
Yes.
not Atlanta.
It's not Atlanta.
I cannot.
All right, Charlie.
Bye, Charlie.
Bye, Charlie.
He's on Decatur. It's not
So
Atlanta.
y'all, this has been another wonderful episode of Love and Hips TV. We did what we do.
Deuces.
The Love and Hips relationship.
The Love and
gurus.
Hips.
Love and Hips.
We love y'all.
Relationship gurus. See y'all in 2 weeks.
Bye, guys.
Animalistic for attraction. What else could it be? Said your vision isn't hazy. Then who do you see?